So podcasts, why are they so popular, and why is it a content form that you should consider creating if you're not already? In this video we're going to explain how they're an absolute lifesaver when it comes to demonstrating your skills, your knowledge, your expertise, alongside building deep and meaningful relationships with your ideal audience. Now, if we're meeting for the first time, then hi, my name's Liam. I'm an e-products manager working for a national training provider in the UK, and I love creating online learning experiences, whether that be through videos such as this one, more formalised courses, and also podcasts. Now, podcasts is my first passion, and it's something that I've been listening to forever, and I've even gone to the lengths of starting my own podcast, which began in 2018. So let's begin by understanding why podcasts are so popular. The first big reason is because on the whole they're free. There are some examples where you have to pay for a podcast, but on the whole, podcasts are easily accessible as long as you've got a smart device, whether that be a traditional computer, your smartphone, a smart watch, smart speaker, you get the idea, and that is connected to the internet. Then you can subscribe and download to your favourite shows and choose the content form that you're in the mood for, whether that be educational, entertaining, or the best podcasts do both. So podcasts are hugely popular because of this, but because people are also very clever. Now, there are obviously some times where we have to do things that we're not really giving our whole 100% attention to. I'm talking about commuting, doing the chores, walking the dog, exercising, the list goes on. You're in autopilot doing these tasks and exercises, and what people have understood and realised is that they can fill that time where they'd normally be listening to a pre-selected radio station or their favourite CD and switching that out for a podcast where they're able to listen along to their favourite show. Which leads me on to why it's such a great opportunity for you as a creator. You want to share your message, your story, your expertise and your knowledge, and build a huge level of trust and a relationship with your ideal listener. Well, podcasting is certainly the content medium of choice for you then. Not only do people listen to podcast episodes longer, because let's face it, once you've started you're wrong, you don't want to stop to then switch podcast episodes because you're not quite sure you're invested enough. You often give people a little bit more of a chance when you're listening to a podcast, with some podcast episodes going into the hours. But as well as that, you have the opportunity to speak to people in an uninterrupted manner, which is quite rare these days, I'm pretty sure you'd agree. People are either plugging you into their ears, or you're in an enclosed location, be it a car or in somebody's home, where they are doing the other task and you're not going to get interrupted. People are giving you their undivided attention, which is a fantastic opportunity for you to build that level of trust with them. If you can explain things in a way that people relate to, then you're going to be on to a winner. Now, why are more and more content creators choosing podcasts over creating a bit more complicated videos and other mediums like that? Well, first of all, videos often don't get given a very huge chance. They are a little bit more tricky to produce, and I can tell you that it's really annoyed me that the light that there has turned itself off. I've re-recorded this intro more times than I care to let on. It's really annoyed me that that's gone out. As well as making sense and offering the people some solid information, you have to have the audio right, you have to have the visuals right, and who knows why people click off of videos. It could be my accent, the pace in which I'm explaining things, or even the environment. They don't like the idea of this setup. Whereas with podcasting, all you've really got to worry about is saying what it is that you've got to say, whether that be via a conversation or you just waxing lyrical into a microphone. Podcasting is also a great content medium to start with if you're a little bit camera shy and a bit unsure about how you feel looking down the lens of a camera and speaking directly to your audience. So podcasts are fantastic for audience retention. They're wonderful for building that trust and relationships, and they're pretty easy to create. All ticking the boxes so far, I bet you'd agree. Not only that, but podcasts give you a fantastic opportunity to turn that one resource into many and to be used across your various mediums of social media. So I hope you'd agree podcasting presents you a fantastic opportunity and is something that you really should consider doing, because it gives you that deeper, more meaningful relationship with your audience, as well as it being a pretty easy form of content to create. If you're interested in learning more about how you can actually go about creating podcast episodes, I'm going to be covering that in some further videos, so click on this one over here. And if you want to find out a little bit more about me, then click on this video here.